I'm Jim Lescault, the Executive Director of Amherst Media. I'm here to talk about a couple of things. One, I just handed the Select Board our annual report, which is try to detail the amount of our fiscal year 2015-2016. You'll be sent electronically that as soon as possible. We thought maybe a hard copy would be easier also. So, excuse me, I just wanted to start off by saying a couple facts about last year. We saw a huge increase in our Channel 17 government coverage. We had 188 meetings we covered for the town, 70 more meetings than the previous year. Of those, 60% were, 188 meetings, nearly 30% were not contractually obligated. So that's above and beyond what we were contracted to do for the government Channel 17. You'll find those numbers in the report. On the reverse side of that, or the downside of that, is that with the allocation of resources and individuals and equipment, we went down in our public coverage. So there was a decrease of 26% in programming on the public side. So there's a direct correlation whenever asked to do more for the government end to what we're able to provide on the public side. I just wanted to point you in that direction. If you really look at the 356 programs recorded on the 3 channels that were locally done, that's basically 1.4 per day on work days. It's pretty amazing, and only due to the 40 interns we bring into this and the volunteers from the community and our staff that we're able to make that. The second thing that I'd like to really talk about in a very couple of minutes, next couple of minutes, is the Select Board. I sent a memo to you that you should have gotten on Friday, of this past Friday, and to the town manager. And it was in regards to a memo the town manager presented on December 12th to you regarding the cable-related financing. And it also was a follow-up to a meeting that we had, a couple board meetings, members and myself, with the town manager on December 23rd. At that meeting, we talked about possibly looking at other options than those 2 that were presented to you. And I went out and I did research in the mainly Western Mass, and found that in Western Mass we have 14 communities that are contracting directly to having the cable companies directly fund in those services, as opposed to bringing it into the town. So it's another option, it's another way that we used to do when we had our previous contract with the town, going back before the one that just recently elapsed. So part of that discussion is looking at it as a serious way to consider moving forward here, and hopefully we can have that discussion in the very near future. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Demetria Shabazz, and I'm on the board of Amherst Media, but I'm also the former chair of the Cable Advisory Committee. And so my comments have to do with Amherst Media. Since mid-2000s, hundreds of PEG, that's public education and government stations across the country, have disappeared. Places like San Francisco and Seattle, partly to do to definitely a change in culture, but a change in funding mechanisms within their municipalities. And it has, as a result, cut about 85% of the PEG operations budget for these different towns and cities. And it's during a time in which so much is riding on the role of independent media to bring us fair and balanced reporting. The extinction of access media stations is a frightening prospect. Amherst is fortunate to have one of the many access stations operating in the northeast state of Massachusetts and this nation for over 40 years. This is going on 42 years. Since 1975, Amherst Media has brought public education government programming to the region, and it's the reason why 5 dedicated citizens, including myself, negotiated on behalf of the town as the Cable Advisory Committee a sum of $1,125,000 in capital funds to be used to extend and improve the quality of PEG programming here in Amherst. Since the signing of the contract between Comcast and the town in October, our access station, Amherst Media, has been recording meetings, this meeting included, without payment and without a working contract. I am certain that the town, nor any of the local businesses would provide services without a current contract. And I know this takes time, but this is actually the case. And this is something that I feel is a disservice to our longtime partner, Amherst Media. So what I'm asking for tonight, as the former Cable Advisory Chair, but also as a citizen, is to sit down with our loyal partner, Amherst Media, and begin to negotiate the terms of service that, with the infusion of capital that the CAC helped to secure, Amherst Media and the town will be able to provide cable subscribers and the citizens of Amherst, to expand it and to improve the quality. And so, you know, again, I just want to reiterate that we have Springfield, Holyoke, Longmeadow, Northampton, Lenox, Ware, et cetera, that all receive their capital directly mailed to the PEG provider, which is Amherst Media. Messing around with the funding and redoing it, reallocating it, and restructuring it, this is what, since the 2000s, particularly on the West Coast, beginning in California, undermined and caused the disappearance of access and local media. So I ask that we not do that. And I ask, because I'm responding to the newspaper article upon last week, I'm asking that we really consider how our funding mechanism is set up. If it's not broken, you know, does it really need fixing? And that we sit down with our longtime partner and negotiate a contract pronto. Thank you.